Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mindful Money Nuggets. Today, I want to share a personal experience that deeply resonated with me and ties directly into our financial well-being journey. I just watched Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2 with my family. I was overcome with emotions, mostly gratitude that we live in a time when emotions, especially anxiety, are discussed and normalized. My generation did not have this privilege. For me, my anxiety made me feel different, inferior, and othered. I honestly thought I couldn't figure things out and was so different from everyone else because they clearly had it all figured out and must have something I didn't have. My anxiety really impacted my self-esteem. And having battled my own anxiety and helping a child navigate her anxious brain, I have done a lot of homework on this topic. And what I love so much about the Inside Out and the Inside Out 2 movies is that they brilliantly make each of our feelings an animated character. Inside Out 2 makes anxiety the star and highlights the importance of metacognition. Metacognition is our ability to think about and understand our thought processes. This is brilliantly depicted through the control center in Riley, the main character of the movie's mind, where her emotions interact and influence her decisions. The control center is a metaphor for our cognitive ability to regulate emotions. It shows that while emotions can sometimes take control, there is always a part of us capable of balancing and managing these feelings. So what does this have to do with financial well-being? Well, living paycheck to paycheck or being overwhelmed with crippling debt can create chronic stress, otherwise known as, you guessed it, anxiety. Anxiety is a necessary feeling. It is literally our body's alarm system. The problem with anxiety is when the alarm doesn't go off and the brain continues to loop on adverse outcomes, then our nervous system gets stuck in that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. Metacognition allows individuals to step back and observe their emotional state objectively. Why does this matter? Engaging with our emotions around money from a metacognitive perspective, or like in the movie from the control center of our feelings, we can acknowledge the alarm telling us to take action to fix our finances. Then turn off the alarm and take slow, steady steps towards shifting our relationship with money. I always remind my clients that anxiety is literally exhausting. While financial coaching is an excellent first step, there is nothing wrong with going slow and acknowledging that exhaustion and not expecting an immediate fix is really totally essential. I spend time with my clients up front to help them regulate their nervous systems before we get too far into crunching numbers. I also remind them that it took you time to get here, so it's going to take you time to get out of this situation. So what tools did Riley from Inside Out 2 use that you can use to overcome anxiety, especially as you launch a financial overhaul? Practice deep breathing. Riley did this when she was in the penalty box. Conscious regulation of your breathing physiologically slows your heart rate. I'm a fan of the physiological sigh. It's a pattern of breathing that involves 2 inhales, 1 full inhale, and then a sip through the nose, and then an extended exhale through the mouth. Mindful meditation. Listen to calming music or use an app. There are lots of apps out there like Headspace or Calm. I'm a fan also of Joe Dispenza, who offers some wonderful guided meditations if you want to dive in a little bit deeper. Journaling. Write down your triggers. Write about your feelings and reflect on ways you found success in the past. Find a distraction. When Riley was feeling sad or overwhelmed, her emotions, other emotions in the movie, tried to distract her by creating joyful or funny memories. This strategy can effectively shift your focus away from your negative emotions and towards something that's more positive. This can be difficult when you're looping on those negative thoughts, but try tapping into the next highest feeling or finding a memory of genuine connection with someone you love. Get physical. Moving our bodies produces dopamine in the brain and is nature's antidepressant. Practice self-compassion. Remember, we don't learn from shame or negative reinforcement. If we did, we would all be really smart because it happened to all of us at some point in our life. Life's purpose is that we keep learning. I love the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, as always, for joining me on this episode of Mindful Money Nuggets. I hope you find these insights and tools helpful in managing anxiety, especially as it relates to your financial journey. Remember, small, consistent steps can lead to significant changes over time. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. And stay tuned for more practical tips and inspiring stories on Mindful Money Nuggets. Until next time, take care of your mind, your money, and your well-being.